Set up, I can speak a little bit about Rob and Pam. Rob Hotchkiss was one of the founding members of the San Francisco band Train. He is the musical force behind what I think are some of the best Train songs. In that I'm talking about Meet Virginia, Drops of Jupiter, Free, I Am, to name just a few. And he left the band, and I'd love to get him to share his story about leaving the band and what that was like, but I don't know if you want to play a song first. It's your floor, sir.
What was the question?
Why did you leave Train?
I left Train because I wasn't going to get the opportunity to write songs, basically. It had moved from me being the music writer to the band writing the music. I got a demo in the mail with the producer and the singer doing the music. I was like, that's not why I'm doing this. So I'm not going to spend 10 months a year on the road if I'm not going to do creative stuff. So morally, that was my time to jump ship.
And now you have been making music. You have your own album that has been critically acclaimed. I heard it, and I'm going to say I love the new stuff that you're producing.
Thanks. We have a bunch of them sitting just downstairs, and we're just giving them away, so everyone should grab 1 or 10 or whatever and pass them out. That's why we do it. We do it so people can listen. And
the album that I'm talking about is Midnight Ghost. Are you going to do some new songs today?
Yeah, some stuff written within the last few months or so.
Awesome. Well, we'd love to hear it too.
Do we have guitar in the house? The song called Blind Faith. A broken sword upon my wall. I've seen it all with myself. The ones that really matter, the ones you should treat better, as you go running off to die for someone else. Blind faith, you believe you won't stop till you got me on my knees, got me on the ground. You got to find a better way. Cross that line, you see behind my back, my hands are tied. Through the night I'm running, through the night I'm running, through the night I'm running, through the night I'm coming. Blind faith, you believe you won't stop till you got me on my knees, got me on the ground. On my knees, got me on the ground. Got to find a better way. You believe you won't stop till you got me on my knees, got me on the ground. We got to find a better way. Find a better way. Find a better way.
don't know, Rob is a Grammy Award-winning musical artist. I don't know, Rob, did you catch Benji's presentation right before you came on? Did you catch any of that? Did you? How does it make you feel when you see that sort of information? Because it does directly benefit the songwriter and the creator.
Which parts in particular?
Just the idea of it being this one place to funnel all the information that we all have to use the same digital format.
To me, it's a brave new world. I mean, I the other day handed someone a CD, and they said, I don't have a way to play this. So, you know, I just got handed a download code. It's a whole new situation. You kind of just have to, I think, do a little bit of everything. Put it out there if you're a new musician. You know, good news is you're probably recording for basically free if you have Pro Tools. You know, you don't have to spend, you know, 40 grand or 400 grand to make a record. But we don't have the labels aren't really there to filter the music the way they used to be.
Yeah.
So you just throw it out there and try to get everybody to try to make a bunch of little fires turn into a bigger one.
Yeah. See, you don't have the machine behind you as much. Yeah. But maybe what Benji was talking about will change that. I don't know. My other question to you is, given that, what you were just describing, and the digital world and having to release it in so many different ways, do you feel like the 90s, which was your heyday of your songs, do you feel like that way of doing things was better for a band? In other words, the going out, the promoting, the getting the label help, was that better than what you have before you today?
It was better for me. You know, I mean, I think Train sold the last CD on the planet. You know, so when I was doing it, people still bought music. So it worked out. Yeah, I mean, having a label behind you. I remember we were doing it ourselves at first, and I remember you'd do a sound scan, and I'd, you know, be like, okay, we sold 8 records tonight. Can you make it 11? You know. Then you know, that's when you're with a smaller distributor. Then all of a sudden, K-Fog and such played us enough that the label took interest, got on Sony distribution, and then it turns into a whole different ballgame. The records are in the stores, or you play in stores.
Well, and you bring something up that's interesting to me, coming from radio, which was one of the reasons while I was laid off, I left happily, because that option for us as DJs to play something we were really fired up about genuinely is, for the most part, gone. At least in commercial radio. I don't know any station that's really doing it. But the good news is we do have podcasts.
Anybody from San Francisco knows that K-Fog was the radio station supporting the speaking of podcasts, you guys have a great podcast. You want to plug that?
Yeah, can I? Awesome. Irish Greg is sitting right over there. Renee and Irish Greg's pop-up podcast. We started it. We run it twice a month. And we do it live in front of a studio audience. And we're playing the music that we like, and we're talking about the music we like, and we have live performances by great artists who are coming through San Francisco. So we hope you join us, and you can look for us. But Rob, this is about you.
One story is when Train was first on the road, we're dragging the trailer around the country. We've been gone for 10 weeks, which is a long time to not see your family. And we're coming back over the Bay Bridge. And for the very first time, we heard Meet Virginia. We heard one of our songs on the radio. So it's 5 guys in a band. It sounds like a corny movie moment. But we're hearing our song coming, you know, into that gorgeous view. And there's probably Renee who played it, or had something to do with it.
We're not that old.
Yeah, you were an assistant back in the day.
Yeah, right. Will you do that song for us? Do you have that planned today?
I can't do that because I have this guitar. It's a 12-string and it's A sharps and B sharps for the musicians out there. Don't try this at home. We'll do a song called Glide. This is the most recent song. She's out in California, flying without a name, driving across the desert, headed somewhere between nowhere and south of LA. Dreams of a spot by the ocean, fine with nothing for now. Trying to find a life that's worth living inside, a life worth living without. What if everyone, what if everyone cried along? What if everyone, what if everyone cried as if it'd never be wrong? And the fire settles down in a small white town in America, and the miracle lingers on. Rising out of the valley, rising up from the haze, over the lights of the city as they glitter at night, flying so many ways. Rolling down the canyon, windows open wide, the radio playing a song she hadn't heard in so long. She found a moment to glide. What if everyone, what if everyone ride along? What if everyone, what if everyone ride as if it'd never be wrong? And the call echoes on, the one love that lies deep inside of me, cries out of me to be born. And desire takes the form of one looking out for another, and the other offers his own. Diving into the ocean, rising up from the foam, cutting across between the puzzle pieces fitting, and feeling so far from home. She's out in California, well now she's gliding along, getting enough to know there's no giving up. Your love could never be wrong. No love could never be wrong. Our love could never be wrong.
So we have just a little bit of time left before they got to switch the room over for the next group. But do you guys want to play one more song for the people?
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you. It's Rob Hotchkiss and his lovely wife Pam. And for those of you that maybe just walked in, Rob was one of the founding members of Train, and now he has his own solo project. And you can find him at robhotchkiss.net.
So I told you guys I have this guitar tuned strangely, A sharps and D sharps. When you do that, I learned early on in Train that if you're going to tune, if you have a weird tuning, you got to write a few songs that way, otherwise you're tuning all the time. So I wrote that song, and I wrote these other two. This is the third in this tuning that, again, don't have your kids try. Called love, where the river falls into the sea. In the sunset glow, God's laughing at you, looking at me. We write the oldest story, love story. In a place and time, in a better space, there's a better world. Don't mind standing there, vision in a dream. It is burning in your hair, it's blowing like steam in the wall. So shine. young and golden in all our glory. In the skies above, or maybe down by the riverside, you and I, sitting by the waterfall, near a star, eyes that were more beautiful as the shine, bathed in the warm sun shower, swept up in all this power into the arms of our history.
Hotchkiss. Everybody, if you need any of the information of the people who were on the various speakers for today, you can find that info here. And coming up next in this room is Contextual Playlist for Autos, and that's going to start in less than 5 minutes.